but no idea. Maybe a few bots come to say hi. Alright, let's have a look at the teams. So, Radiant team, Oak Draken, Veteran Ross, and Kiddo. I think Kiddo is the high rank player here, about 1000 Immortal, I think he is roughly. And of course Ross is also a Divine player. Used to be Immortal, like me. But also like me, got knocked out of Immortal, back down to the realms of Divine. Bay's team, you've got Bay, of course, also a Divine player. Rad, Karen, Ollie, another Divine, and JCA. So it's 2 Divines / Immortals per team, so it should be fairly balanced. Sounds like we've already got a pause. Ollie isn't here. Oh. He claimed captain. Yeah, that's true. If he claimed captain, surely he should be here? That doesn't make any sense.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh well, Ollie.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Okay. Looks like we're back into the draft. Very, very minor pause. Nyx Assassin, first ban, and Templar Assassin, of course. I think Kiddo plays Templar Assassin, and because he's the highest ranked player and a mid player, they tend to ban his heroes a lot. So I would expect at some point Shadow Fiend and Void Spirit to be banned, which I think is likely. It did get banned last time he was playing the game, and I think the time before as well. They're fairly common, see that. Some of the meta heroes are still going to be banned, most likely. Winter Wyvern, there you go, Winter Wyvern ban. Not a surprise to see that. Probably AA, maybe Lion. I know Nyx has sort of risen in the last half of this patch. Definitely didn't used to be a first ban material.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Right. Luna, that does make sense. What a powerful farming core Luna is at the moment with that new build where you take a couple of points in Lucent Beam for the lane, maybe 1 point in the Lunar Blessing, and then you just go full on glaives. No ultimate, just take max glaives, just run into the jungle and take out enormously stacked camps. End up with 1000 GPM right from the start of the game. So, first pick is going to be Lion. Be standard support. We see him very often in this meta, so not a surprise to see him here as well. Just that high disable, rush blink. It's pretty easy to get a blink these days as support. They've pretty much had a progressively easier and easier time buying core items because every patch, reduces the cost of sentries, gives you more money for dewarding, just more passive gold generation. There's so many benefits to supports. And Purge, this is very popular here at the moment too, which is kind of unusual because we didn't see him the entire patch long, and now he's in every game, and that is a Ross classic. He plays it mid, and I think he gets Aghanims, almost rushes it, which makes his Rot essentially as good as Leshrac. Same area as Leshrac and same damage as Pulse Nova, but it costs no mana, it slows enemies, and it reduces their healing. The only downside is, of course, it does hurt Pudge, but Pudge has a lot of health and a lot of magic resistance. Dark Widow is going to be picked next. That could be for Oak. I think it's going to be Ross, Pudge, and Oak Dark Willow.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see how they respond. Will they go for another core? Will they just take their second support? AA is still in the pool. AA is a pretty good hero, works quite well against Pudge because Pudge has a lot of health regen, helps bring down a tanky hero like him. Probably quite easy to land AA Blast when you've got Lion and all of his crowd control. 4 second Hex, 2.5 second Earth Spike. Trying to think who else the meta heroes are at the moment, the really meta heroes. Terrorblade's also up there as a core. So may see some of that. And they go for Hoodwink, yeah, very good support. I think JCA is a bit of a Hoodwink main himself, or player at least. Very irritating hero. Hard to kill because he can just scuttle into the trees. He's got that bushwhack, that AoE stun that pulls you into the trees. That is such a good ability. AoE as well, you can stun 2 or 3 heroes and you bring them right on top of each other. Acorn shot, it's quite a lot of harassment in the lane. And then of course his ultimate, very low cooldown, huge burst damage. Combine that with the Lion on your team and you've got the supports that can get kills, no problem. And now we're banning out Puck. We do not have Nat in the game. He's usually the Puck player, but still going to get rid of it. We get rid of Axe, we get rid of Phantom Lancer. Not sure why Axe was removed. I think just because it's a very good good pos 3 at the moment.
Seconds remaining. Team ban.
So following up, we have the Ursa ban. Don't suppose Pudge is going to be off lane. It might be. It might be Pudge off lane. And if it is, you don't want to be playing against an Ursa because he will easily tear through the high HP that Pudge has. And Void Spirit, there you go. I said Void Spirit would be banned because of Kiddo, but it has left Shadow Fiend open. And I think Shadow Fiend is the other hero that he plays, or at least I've heard rumours of it. So we may see the Kiddo Shadow Fiend. They go for Drow ban. Now the Drow ban is not one we see often, but actually it's a ban against Bay. Now, Bay used to play in the in-houses quite a while ago. Hasn't played for some time, but he was known to be good at Drow Ranger. Many, many games he just absolutely dominated on that hero. And I've played Drow quite a bit. I always try to play Drow when I think it suits the game, and I always do terribly, but he somehow got a good mastery of the hero. And they've gone for Magnus instead. So Magnus and Pudge, one of them will be off lane, one of them will be mid. I'd expect maybe to see something like Kiddo mid Magnus, and maybe it's going to be a Ross offlane Pudge. That could be good. Magnus farms very quickly. Big team fight ultimate, reverse polarity, BKB piercing, long duration stun that you can follow up with skewer. You know, he's got an amazing skill set, Magnus. And you could then pair it with something like a PA, give her free damage and a free cleave so she can go farm the jungle and just one-shot enemies in fight.
Team pick.
And there you go, there is the in-house staple Gyrocopter. He's pretty much won every in-house he's played in recently, that hero specifically. We've had Veteran play the hero to great success, Nat, I think Ross played it as well. I think there's been more people who've tried their hands Gyrocopter, all running a fairly similar build, but every single time dominating the game. So we'll see what Gyrocopter can do. He's a ranged hero with a lot of early game power coming up from that rocket barrage and heat-seeking missile. Was it called homing missile? Homing missile. Heat-seeking missile is Tinker's W, actually. But yeah, Gyro farms really fast. Kind of like a budget Luna with the flat cannon, but can farm much bigger stacks and easily 2 stacks at the same time because of how far the range is. And he's very strong late game with that Aghanim's effect, just giving him a free attack coming out at 700 range every 1.6 seconds, I'd like to say. Yeah, he's definitely a pretty terrifying late game hero. Even if you disable him, his not flat cannon, his Aghanim's effect keeps attacking. So if you pop the Satanic first, very hard to kill him. Which is why I think Radiant could consider AA. Because it doesn't matter if Gyro has Satanic. If he's hit by the AA blast, he is not getting any health back. That's a good way to take him down. You've also got AA Blast to go into the Magnus. Magnus RP. So I think there's a lot to be said about those combos. But maybe they'll go for something different. They still need a support. They also need a mid hero. Oh no, they don't need mid. They have Magnus. They need a pos 1. But maybe pick the PA now. You know you're against a Gyro. If you jump on top of Gyro as PA, you are going to kill him. You've got a lot of built-in evasion, so Gyro has to build an MKB. If you BKB, you can ignore Hoodwink and Lion. You can ignore a lot of Gyrocopter's damage. I think it's definitely the right pick here. But not a super popular hero in this meta. Not as much as she used to be. Now it tends to be cores who farm a lot faster. Like the Luna, like the Terrorblade. Well, they're really thinking about it. 20 seconds left, and they're going to have to go with something. 15 seconds.
Dire team pick.
And they finally decide with Mars. Mars, Magnus, and Pudge. Now, this is interesting because that means that one of those heroes is going to be their POS 1, unless we are seeing a POS 4 Pudge. Maybe it's not Ross on the Pudge, and it's actually Veteran on a POS 4 Pudge.
10 seconds remaining.
And then you'll have Mars offlane, Magnus mid, and you're still looking for a POS 1.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, I actually forgot that Pudge is often played as a support, often as a POS 4. I actually almost prefer Pudge as a POS 2. Or a POS 3 Pudge, not sure how well that works for me, but I expected Ross to be playing it mid. Okay, Karen, no cheating. No backseat driving. Well, thank you for putting the prediction up for me. I was going to try and work out how to do it, but you're on it, so I'll leave it to your capable hands. It looks like they're leaving Kiddo last then. Last pick for mid. So I think Shadow Fiend will be banned now too, or whatever other signature hero he had. Slardar is a good one. I think you've got Hoodwink doing some physical damage with the Acorn shot. You've got Jaro, a high physical damage hero with the flat cannon, and now Slardar. So you've got high magic damage and high physical damage on the Dire team, so they've diversified a bit, and I think they're going to have no problem punching down those tanky strength heroes like Magnus, Mars, or Pudge. But maybe I thought Timbersaw might have been a better pick there. 3 strength heroes, and you can hurt Dark Willow easily through her Shadow Realm. And they go for Monkey King ban. Don't want to have to deal with that as a Slardar. Not sure if Gyro really struggles against Monkey. The missile actually chases him through the trees, which can be really good because you get vision of him constantly.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Kunkka banned. Okay, maybe they're thinking, oh, Ollie's Kunkka mid. It's not something they want to deal with. Ollie used to play a lot of mid, and he used to play Kunkka mostly. He did play Dark Willow mid, and he's played some other things. When I first started playing the Inhouse, it's a very long time ago, over a year ago, he played Enchantress mid against me quite often. I'm not sure why he thought that was a mid hero, but he did do quite well on it. Anyway, Juggernaut being banned, so another core. So they're expecting a POS 1 to come out still, which I think makes sense. I'm just not sure who's going to play what then. I'm getting a bit confused here. I thought Kiddo maybe would be still to play for, but I think it is actually going to be Kiddo on the Magnus mid. That makes more sense to me. Now I'm expecting most people to be on webcam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to have to find out. What I might do after this is very quickly put the multicam screen on. See if I can catch who is on camera and who isn't. And then I can disable the cameras so they're not toggle-T. Last pick. They are still thinking. Only 10 seconds left, so they're going to have to go for a decision quite quickly. They don't know what the last pick is for the Radiant, so their final pick locked in will be OD. I guess OD has some save. If someone gets hooked, you can try and Astral the Pudge or Astral the team member who got hooked. You can save someone from RP or stop the Magnus from skewering your entire team under the tower. Save someone in Mars Arena. Also does high amounts of damage to these low int heroes like Magnus, Mars and Pudge. You know, they've got a lot of HP, but OD is fine against high HP targets. He destroys them with his huge amounts of pure damage. And the Radiant, they are looking for their last pick. Now, they know OD is going to be mid, and if OD is against Magnus, I don't think he's going to struggle in terms of being harassed. And they do go Medusa. I was thinking about Medusa, but it looked way too greedy with a Magnus and a Mars, but they're going to see if they can get away with it. And it is Bay on the gyrocopter. Interesting. Okay, I was maybe not expecting that. But it is Ollie on the OD. Okay, thanks, Karen. So predictions are up. I've only got 3 people in the chat, so not a lot of people to predict for. But if you want to throw some points on one team, please be my guest. I'm now going to go to the multicam screen. And so you can see me seeing which cameras do we have. Okay, so we do not have as well the oak cam, but everyone else is there ready to go. Perfect. All right. Here we go. This is an interesting in-house because we only had 5 people sign up originally, but then after a ping, very quickly went up to 10. So it was saved, which is nice to see. I like it when we could do 2 in-houses a week, though I will say in advance I am not here next Saturday. Monday we'll go ahead. So let's get these cameras going. Turn on my camera script. Starting with Karen Cam. Karen doesn't usually play in these in-houses. She's played a little bit, maybe 2 or 3. So nice to see her signing up so quickly again. She's brought a few friends with her. It's Kiddo this time. With a very, very deadly looking weapon. Look at the spikes on that thing. Do not want to be getting hit by that across the lane. So just see... a quick check to see that the lanes are as expected. We've actually got a quelling blade on the gyrocopter. It does add 6 damage. If you're looking for the most cost efficient way to get bonus damage, even on a ranged hero, quelling blade is the one. I would think maybe it's something you'd build against a hoodwink to stop him hitting you with the bushwhack combo. You've of course got Ross on the high ground, waiting to hook. I think he is playing POS 3 Pudge. Oh, Kiddo. Is a Kiddo playing support Magnus? I can't really tell what's going on with the lanes, but obviously Veteran's going to be playing core Medusa, that already has a sentry. Oh, the triple bounce! Easily back to full mana. So, looks like you've got Drekken playing Mars in the off lane, and Oak playing the Willow. So that lane is secured. We know what's happening there. Whereas bot lane, you've got Pudge who started with a bracer, and you've got Kiddo who started with a lot of regen. I finally realised what it is. Okay, so you've got Veteran in the mid lane playing the POS 1 Medusa. You've essentially got off lane or POS 2 Pudge playing POS in the POS 1 role. He is in the hard carry safe lane position. Although obviously Medusa is the core for the Radiant team. Which means that they've left Pudge in the bot lane. Quite interesting. He's not even started a Quelling Blade. I know Ross told me that he doesn't believe in starting Quelling Blade on Pudge because you've already got 75 damage if you start Bracer, which is absolutely massive. And plus 12 damage, not really needed. You're going to outlast it anyone anyway. Interesting to see. I know it's been done in the pro scene. Mid lane, you have a bit of a warding battle going on as Kiddo and JCA just fight between each other. And of course you got Veteran versus Ollie. There's a bit of an interaction here. Astral Imprisonment steals a percentage of mana. Eventually the target gets it back, of course. But while you're stealing the mana, I mean, that's pretty good against Medusa because Medusa's survivability comes from mana. So I quite like that. If you want to avoid being hit by an OD, Butterfly is a very good item because OD is not likely to build a MKB. And Bloodthorn, of course, also not a super popular item for OD. Very good play on that creep wave, though. Now let's have a look at top lane. You've got Bay on the gyrocopter, being supported by Karen. Doing quite a lot of damage to Oak at the moment. Karen's still got plenty of regen. Bay firing out the homing missile. No Shadow Realm up on Oak. So he's going to get hit by it. Doesn't do too much damage. What is it? 100 damage at level 1? Yeah. So Kiddo and JCA have returned to their lane, doing a lot of damage to Ross. And of course, he's been basically hit the entire time with the rot. May go down, but Rad taking a lot of tower hits. One more auto attack, and there is going to be first blood, and Rad will be fine. See, Pudge was in rot the entire time that fight was happening, and so he got, oh no, nice cancel of the salve on Rad. So Pudge got, well, was basically rotting his own life away the entire time, which was dealing, what, 30 magic damage per second to himself? And Rad, of course, was able to tank that. And do you know what's interesting here? I shouldn't really talk about ranks, but what's essentially happened is the team with the Crusader and the, I don't know what rank, the Legend, just beat the double Immortal team in the bot lane for a kill. But I think I spoke a little bit too soon, as Rad is now in a lot of trouble and he is going to go down. It's pretty close. Maybe he's going to be fine. Spoke too soon. Kiddo goes in. He's very close. Rad, one more auto attack and there will be a kill. Okay, they do get the return kill pretty quickly. Very close there. I think that mostly came down to cancelling the salve with the great shockwave. Support Magnus is not something I'm super keen on having on my team unless it's a very, very skilled player. So with Kiddo on my team, I'd feel a lot more confident, but it is a bit of a weird hero to have. Usually it's played for the empower, but you don't even have a hero worth empowering. You've got no melee cores, I guess, apart from Mars, who doesn't really need it. He's already got an AoE attack and God's Rebuke. So he's going to be playing it mostly for the stun.
Opposed to taking the occasional bounty.
ACA snagging the bounty rune. Ross continuing to farm. Good last hitting so far. Everyone having a pretty decent time. Very close. Lots of denies this game. Look at the number of denies everyone has. 7, 7, 7, 10, and 4. Looks like a bit of a fight going on. They do get another return kill. This time Ross, and their stun goes on to Kiddo. He's used the skewer. Being chased by JCA. Running into the trees. One more auto attack and he is dead. They miss both the attacks. They miss the Slithering Crush. They miss the Bushwhack. And I think Kiddo's going to be fine. They're trying. JCA actually diving the tower. Gets the double kill. 3-0-0 on the Hoodwink. Really good play there. Interestingly, Radish did not take Guardian Sprint. He decided to go for a second rank of Slithering Crush, so it's an extra second slow and a stronger slow, and it does more damage. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense if you're going for that early kill potential in lane. And well, it's doing well for them. They already have 3 kills in that lane and only 1 death. You've got Draken, unfortunately losing a lot of mana, but he does have the Soul Ring. So he can always use the spear if he wants to. Soul Ring and Stick. So he can build that up for when he needs to go in for a play. What's he going to go for next? Phase Boots on Mars makes a lot of sense. That high physical damage. Rad level 5 now. Has now taken a point in Guardian Sprint. Oh, beautiful hook from Ross, but I think they might be okay. Rad gets the double stun. In fact, they may even be able to get a kill here. Oh, they did not hit the Bushwhack. Rad's a little bit under the tower, but Guardian Spirit manages to run away. If he turned around, he actually could have killed Ross, I reckon. He had the full bash primed. It's 100 bonus damage. He's had to use it to get a CS now. But all players are low on regen. Ross, however, has a Ring of Health and a Bracer, and he's playing Pudge. So he has 13 health regen. That's more than Rad with a Tango on. So it's as if Pudge has a permanent Tango, which is pretty strong. Oak having a bit of a fight with Karen. Doing quite a lot of damage. Karen will return it with a stun. Draken and Bay also going at it, but no one's farm being disrupted this game. Ross got down power, but he gets stunned. Rad gets another stun, Slithering Crush. I think Ross is going to go down yet again. This pos one Pudge not having too much of an effect, but Kiddo comes in strong with the skewer, and the shockwave does get a kill on Radish. But JCA, he is a 4-0-0 Hoodwink. And he actually has the money for his arcane boots already, which I think he's going to go for. Maybe he has a kill. Does not have the mana. If he clarited himself a little bit early, he might have had the mana for an acorn shot, which may have secured the kill. Kiddo goes for another stack because he knows Ross is pretty good at taking stacks. And I think Ross is going to try to get a Vanguard. He actually has it now. A full Vanguard on Pudge. That's what you do in the off lane. Goes for a hook. Doesn't quite connect with JCA. Now that he has the Vanguard, he might think himself invincible, but he's still taking a fair bit of damage. They get the Bushwhack onto him. They get the stun. They get the follow-up Slithering Crushing. It's a little bit too early, but he does have Vanguard. He's taking not much damage, but of course the big stuns are going to get him, and he dies again. Oh, Ross, this is not going well for you. 4 deaths and 2 assists. He thought the Vanguard made him invincible, but he's still a hero with only 3 armor. And of course, someone like Slardar hitting really hard with Bash of the Deep. Not even rank 3 Bash of the Deep. And now he's got Corrosive Haze. So he might have Vanguard, but he's going to be on -7 armor. Bit of a fight going the top lane. The cooldown is just going to miss Draken, but Oak taking a fair bit of damage. So I think she's actually okay. They don't die. Pops the Fairy Fire. That's on Karen, actually. So no kill happened top, but you've got 6 kills already on the Dire team, mostly because they've got 4 on the Hoodwink. Though Gyro is also 1-0-0. Did manage to find a kill on Oak at some point. I think I might have missed that. I think bot lane, they're in a great position so far for the Dire. They've already got a Blightstone on Hoodwink, but Radish has decided he still wants to go for the Orb of Corrosion. Maximize that minus armor. Looks like Oak's in a little bit of trouble. Gets stunned. Though cannot be seen, but now can. There's going to be the Hex. Nothing else Draken can do.
We have revenge to mend.
They have locked her down and claimed her life. And Bay's already got the treads. Yeah, he's going straight Ags. We see some people go Maelstrom first. Looks like we're trying to go on Kiddo, but we've got to remember he does have Skewer. And there we go. There's the Shockwave Skewer under the tower. But Rad's like, yeah, and what? I'm just going to hit you under the tower until you're dead. Ross has decided to go to mid lane. And Veteran, he is farming the jungle. But Ollie, he may be looking for a kill here. Perfectly timed Meteor Hammer. Ross dies again. 0-5-2 on the Pudge. This is not looking good for the Radiant team. They have lost their Pudge 5 times. They've lost the Willow twice and the Magnus twice too. But they do have this Medusa just farming it up. Ollie, of course, with the early Meteor Hammer, which is pretty much essential on OD these days. For OD's not really a hero without that item. JCA's in mid though. He's waiting. He's got the sharpshooter. But no one's coming mid. Medusa's just farming the jungle. Oh, she is returning to mid lane now. Draken, though, of course, he is level 6. He could just go arena and try and kill Bay. In fact, I would try it. But he doesn't. Mid lane. Bit of a gank going. The Bushwhack misses. That's unfortunate. So Veteran is going to be okay. Didn't even have Mana Shield on, so definitely would have died there. Let's swap to net worth. 4,000 gold. Ollie actually in the lead at the moment. But interestingly, look how small the lead is. Dire are not even 1,000 gold ahead, and they have 7 more kills. Why is that? Because Medusa last hitting well, Udge actually last hitting well, and so is Mars. And now there's 2 possessed masks, 1 for each team, but that's a great item here. Oh, looks like Kiddo has cliffed JCA. JCA does have a TP. Oh, he ults himself off. Beautiful play, but then Ross is there waiting for it. But Rad, he's going in. Is he going to get a kill on Ross? Ross does have the Vanguard. It isn't taking a lot of damage, but then the big damage comes in when he gets his bash. One more hit, and there's going to be a kill, so Rad will find the kill. In fact, he could turn on Kiddo. Kiddo is trying to skewer him onto a tower. He might try again, but Rad just gets the double kill. Radish just man-fighting these 2 heroes because, you know, corrosive... Orb of Corrosion, Corrosive Haze put together. It's so much minus armor. Minus 13 armor. And neither Magnus nor Patch have any armor to their name, really. Could not cope with it. So yes, they kill JCA, but at what cost? The bot lane are so dominant on the Dire, but the Radiant's still holding on when it comes to net worth. So they don't need to worry. We get the kills. I mean, you've still got level 10 Medusa. Just farming, going for early Manta to help farm. I hope we'll consider Ags on Medusa. This time Rad's in trouble because it's 2 versus 1. Pushed right under the tower. They're going to RP him under the tower too. No, they don't have RP. They get the hook, but is Radish okay? 1 more auto attack. He's actually fine. Oh no, he might have done some bad pathing, but he gets a Slithering Crush. He's trying to avoid the Shockwave, which is going to come soon. There's also a hook waiting for him. Hook misses. Shockwave is going to connect, and he unfortunately does die. It was a bit hard for him to escape there. But it's about time they took this guy down. Basically having just a free time. But JCA, he's hanging around in the top lane, maybe trying to kill Draken, but Draken has seen him. He has a nice defensive ward there. Oak is returning to top lane. But Ollie just using Meteor Hammer basically to take down the mid tower. In fact, it's on 2 HP, the mid tower. Now he has taken it. First tower of the game. Looks like a bit of a fight going top lane. Oak doing a lot of damage to Karen along with Draken. They do manage to get the kill. But out comes the Bushwhack. Firing out the Sharpshooter as well. But there is no Sharpshooter to go anymore because Ollie has banished the target. But hit with what he needed to. He got that Meteor Hammer off. And that's really what matters. Ole now with another kill, rushing Blink Dagger. I like Blink Dagger a lot on OD because Astral Imprisonment lasts 4 seconds, so you can Astral yourself, and then you can just blink out afterwards. It's basically a guaranteed save. Very hard for anyone to stop you when you do that. Ross has continued to build as if he's a offlaner, going Vanguard and Hooded Defiance, just trying to tank up. He even went Phase Boost to try and pick up a little bit of armor. Why has he got +8 armor? You get 4 from Phase Boots. Where's the rest of the armor coming from? How can he be on +8? Doesn't make sense. Or I'm not calculating something properly in my head. I'm not sure. Anyway, Kiddo is in a lot of trouble. He's on -8 armor, so he's actually on -2 overall. Is the cooldown going to kill him? Fantastic terrorize from Oak. I think that saved him. Yeah, that's it. No, JCA is after him. He's trying. Can't quite reach him. What an amazing terrorize, saving Kiddo on about 1 HP, but Oak may pay the price herself. JC is still going, misses the bushwhack again. And Pudge also not going to connect his hook, but now taking quite a lot of damage. Rad is once again going on to Ross, but Ross pops the Hooded Defiance. A lot of good that's going to do. Unfortunately, the Acorn shot doesn't go anywhere near. Oak pops out the Bedlam to try and be a deterrent, but then Bait will get the kill. RP'd. And now skewed under the Tier 2 tower. Tier 2 tower is not where you want to be this early in the game, but he does have a haste rune, but not quite enough to survive. Also being chased by Medusa with Stone Gaze up. And Kiddo giving the respect tip. Very well deserved. And Ole, though, he's just having a nice time by himself, just pushing other lanes. Open towers, getting farm, increasing his net worth. Interestingly, look who's second on net worth. It's the 272 Pudge. That's right. This Pudge has died 7 times already, yet still is second on net worth. Actually, just gone into 3rd place. Just basically running after Karen. But Karen's still got every spell available to her. She's not in any trouble. In fact, it might be Ross who's in trouble, or maybe it's Karen. Kiddo is a little bit close. The hook misses. Yeah, I think it's Kiddo's in a lot of trouble. They've got Finger of Death, they've got Sharpshooter. Kiddo might take Radish under the tower, but a lot of good that will do. The Tier 1 tower does not hit hard enough, and that is going to secure the kill. Diat continuing to be dominant in the kills, but look, 1,000 gold lead only. It's such a tiny lead for so many kills, and I can't really work out why that is. I guess the CSing of the Radiant must just be all that. And also Veteran pretty much just free farming, now taking the top 1 spot, even ahead of Ole. Ole is being going on top lane. We've got the Bedlam. He astrals himself. That's very good. Saves the Bedlam. Oh no, the Spirit comes way too early, but there you go. He just goes Astral Blink. That's a shame because the damage that you've got from Bedlam, Shadow Realm, and Draken, and the Spear in the arena, it's a lot. And then Ollie turns around and immediately goes for his own kill. And he drops the hammer as well, just in case Shadow Realm was going to come. I think it was a little bit unnecessary, but nevertheless, he will drop it. Another kill for Ollie. But what I'm worried about, or what I would be worried about if I was the Dire, is what to do if you can't stop the Medusa. Is Kiddo in trouble? Nah, nice hook from Ross, immediately killing JCA. The very quick reaction stun from Karen, but unfortunately he was already under the tower. And so JCA is going to go down. Karen tries to get the D ward, but at what cost? The cost of getting hooked by Ross, that's it. But Rad goes straight in, tries to do some damage to the Pudge. But now is taking the full brutality of the Shadow Realm. Is it going to be enough? Yes, of course it is. 4 versus 1. Please tell me it's up. Oh, the nice juke there. He is going to go down to the God's Rebuke. Well, that was very nearly an escape. And if that was an escape, that would have been a lot of fun to see. But alas, it is not. And he will go down. So Radiant finally getting a few kills of their own. Nice play from Ross, though. He did get the hooks they needed. 285, still not the most positive score. Looks like he is sending out the Eternal Shroud. He wants a bit of mana regen. And also Spell Amp. Spell Amp is very good, or Spell Lifesteal, should I say. Not Spell Amp on the Pudge. He even has a talent at level 15 for 10%. Or you can get 120 more pure damage. I'm not sure what Pudges tend to get, but I guess if you want to be a tanky Pudge in the front of the fight, you want to consider that 10% Spell Lifesteal. Now we've got Kiddo once again in the mid lane. Taking quite a lot of damage from the Gyrocopter. He's trying to rush Blink of his own. And he's not too far away from it. But Radish, he's gone on Draken. Draken does have speed, does have arena as well, but he is going to be bushwhacked. The hook and the Astral. So he's hooked in Astral. He is going to go down to the 360 magic damage. Not quite, actually. It will be Bay getting the kill. And it's the end of a kill streak. I'm amazed that the net worth is still under 1k. Ollie just goes straight in, but the nice Terrorize. It terrorizes two of them, but it might not be enough. Yeah, it looks like Ross in a lot of trouble. But the 3-man RP, do they have any follow-up, though? Because Bay, he is completely fine. Though maybe he's going to go down. The full Bedlam. Yeah, Bay goes down. Wow, what great play from the Radiant. But then Ollie, he is here with the Meteor Hammer, going to secure another kill on Oak. Karen basically steals it for some reason. But Ross does use his buyback, immediately gets a kill. Actually, a double kill, because he had a kill already before he died. But was that worth it? I'm not entirely sure. Radiant definitely gained from that. But a huge fight from... well, Dire gained overall from the fight. But Radiant did really, really well to focus down and kill the Gyrocopter. He's actually going Lincoln's next. I would have thought Satanic or BKB or Sanjin Yasha, one of his main core items, but never mind, there's a bit of a fight going on. Draken, he misses the spear, exclamation mark Tim. And Kiddo, he's in. They drop the hammer. It's a lot of damage coming out from Ollie. Not looking good for the Radiant right now. Radish is, of course, just going to run away. No problem for him. And now Veteran's turned up with this a level 17 Medusa. Looks like Radiant are going to get some return kills. There's one of them. Ollie is able to blink out. But Dire, they're now ready to chase again. Blink stun from Karen. Oak's going to go straight down. The massive minus armor having such an effect. Kiddo nearly dies actually from it. He may die. No, not quite. I don't think they have damage to kill Veteran. They're going to try. They do have Meteor Hammer. Yeah, they definitely have some follow-up damage. Oh no, the Meteor Hammer's not quite timed properly. Veteran actually fine. Ollie's just trying to put the pain on. Taking a lot of mana away from Medusa, which is effective. But yes, as I was saying before, it looks like Bay is going for the Lincoln Sphere on the Gyrocopter. He does not want to be altered by the Pudge. I guess that's the only thing you really have to Lincolns for. Nothing really else, but he's really worried about being locked down in the late game. I would have just gone maybe Satanic and just said, whatever. I'll be able to survive it. But no, he wants to be extra safe against the Pudge. They don't have a lot to break the Lincoln, so at least he definitely is safe from the Dismember. And Ollie needs your hammer, but was it too early? Yes, it was a little bit too early. But it's alright because JCA is here and it did not stop Ollie getting his kill. And they do get the sharpshooter onto Draken, but I hear Dark Willow using her ability. Where's that happening? That's happening right here. Ollie puts JCA in the imprisonment to save him against Oak. Blinks away from the Terrorize. Veteran, he's popped his ult just in case preemptively. Radish, though, not looking into the Gorgon's face. And therefore will be fine. Taking quite a lot of armor away from the Medusa. They probably could take her down. Ollie found Oak. Is the Meteor Hammer a little bit too early this time? No, this time it's actually just cancelled completely. He decided, yeah, I need to get out of here. He has finished his BKB on the OD. A very, very strong item. Still behind in levels from the Medusa, even though he is 6-0. Is Medusa also top net worth the entire time? Only 2k gold lead at the moment. Ross preemptively uses Eternal Shroud. Ollie's here. Is the Meteor Hammer on time this time? Yes, it is. And they're going to do a lot of damage to Ross. He's got absolutely no chance of surviving because the full team is here. Big gank squad. And so that is the kill. Oak trying to escape with the Glimmer Cape. I think probably will be okay. Yeah, Radish tries to get her. Maybe not quite, but Ollie does. His massive range. Oak has Shadow Realm. Actually going to turn around and use Bedlam. Maybe you should have thought about terrorizing instead. We've got the RP, but just immediately hexed by Karen. Trying to get Ollie under the tower, but Karen with her quick reactions did manage to secure it. Tries to get the stun to Oak, but Oak is okay. Radish misses the attack. Nice use of Shadow Realm. Absolutely perfect timing, but I think Oak is still in a lot of trouble being chased here. Ollie is just looking for the astral range. Actually finds it right at the edge. And there's the Meteor Hammer, and Oak will go down. What a chase there. A bit of space created. But it looks like Dire continuing to put the pressure on in the bottom lane. Nearly taking a tier 2 tower down, but not quite. They still not stop this Medusa, who is 0-0-2. Who's just hoping for the late game. She's got her, or he, Veteran, has got his 2 defensive items now. Manta and Skadi. They do provide some damage each, but now he's going to pick up the real damage, the Daedalus. And Dire will finally take a bottom tower. Now they're able to claim the outpost. Outpost is now theirs. And Ross looks like he's, was trying to build the Aghanim's, but actually stopped and built a plate mail. Maybe he was just desperate to slap on some armor. Plate mail is plus 10 armor. It's quite a significant chunk. Looks like Dire continuing to try to push. Oh, looks like they found someone. Ah, Kiddo. He's got JC under the tower, but JC is quite a hard target to kill. Karen goes in to save him, and Kiddo once again bit off more than he could chew. Thought he was going for a solo kill, but the Dire team all together, but the terrorize yet again. Kiddo is saved. No, he's not, because Bay comes around the back. Did not see that myself. Was too focused on the fantastic save that was coming in. But Bay said, nah, not letting you get away with this one. He's building Gyrocopter a bit differently to the ones that we've seen. It's not stopped him dominating, going 7-2-6, but he's gone Lincolns into Daedalus, getting that damage early, not rushing Satanic or even going PKB. And now he's going to fight the Pudge. And of course, he's got Karen to help him out. And so that is an easy kill. Radish will pick it up with his double damage rune. 13 mana boy, nice voice line. Oh, and Ollie walks into open immediately. He pops Shadow Realm and the Glimmer Cape. Good reactions. Ollie will not be able to get that kill today. He's going for a Scythe of Vice, though. That's one of the core OD mid to late game items. Pretty terrifying once he has that. Gives him a lot of int and mana pool, which of course he needs to do damage on his ultimate. But also it allows him to lock down a target so he can just wail on them with the Arcane Orb, which does a lot of damage. So, Dire finally starting to dominate this game. It's only a 5k lead, even though they are 17 kills ahead, over double the kills. But they cannot keep up with Veteran and his just persistent and, you know, continual farming. Looks like they found Kiddo yet again. Big crit coming out from Bay. And that's only a Chrysalis. Wait till that becomes a Daedalus and the crits go from 1.6 to 2.25. The Kiddo does have his own Blink Dagger, so he will be fine. Medusa, a little bit of split pushing in the top lane. Ends up bringing the Gyrocopter back. When Veteran gets a Daedalus, that's really going to improve his damage as well. He's actually found the JCA. Is it going to result in a kill? No, JCA is going to leave. Interestingly enough, oh, nice use of the sharpshooter to push him further back. Looks like Khan got a cut in the bot lane. The Kiddo uses the RP. Are they going to be able to kill Ollie? This is big for the Radiant. They need this kill. Ollie, he's low. Yes, going to go down. 8 times kill streak for Veteran. Veteran's first kill of the game, and it's on a Fed OD. Putting him a lot closer to the Daedalus. Oh no. But there was a kill on Ross with the help of Karen. Karen and the Slardar. Radish. Interestingly, another hero not being built, the current meta. So Veteran is playing Medusa without going Aghanims and Ag Shard. So obviously Aghanim's very popular on the hero. Stuns enemies when you hit them with the snake. 1.3 seconds, and then it goes up more for every target that you hit. That even goes through BKB, I believe. Or maybe it doesn't, I'm not entirely sure. It actually says Mystic Snake is not piercing spell immunity, but I'm not sure if the Mystic Snake's already out and you have Aghanims. But turning people to stone was just incredible. And then you go all the Mystic Snake talents. He has taken the Mystic Snake mana gain talent because that is too good to not take. But he did not take the lower cooldown because he's not building the Aghanims build. Didn't go Evasion either, which I thought was interesting. If I was playing against OD, I probably would have gone Evasion. He just wanted damage because he spent the entire early game farming. To which he did to great effect. I mean, look, he is still comfortably ahead. But Gyrocopter is pretty close on his tail. Also nearly has Daedalus. Daedalus now fully up for the Medusa. Like, we've got a few heroes looking at each other. Pudge gets the hurt. Karen immediately goes in to save him, but I don't know if it's enough. JCA is very low. He's going to get killed by Kiddo. And Karen likewise will be taken down by Oak. So nice kills for the Radiant. Again, closing the gap. It's only 3,000 gold now, despite being 15 kills. An Elven Tunic, that is a really good item. 16% evasion coming out now, as well as a bit of move speed and attack speed. Everything Medusa is going to be happy with. I'm assuming that's going straight to Medusa. Yeah, there it is. A long time ago, Scythe of Vice used to remove all evasion, but that time is long past. Looks like I hear Oak going in the mid lane, but then they get the hook onto Gyrocopter. See, the Linkens, it does block the Dismember, but it doesn't matter. If you get hooked into the enemy team, you are still going to go down.
Haste.
And that's really put Radiant back into this game. 14 kills behind, but if they knew they were only 2k gold behind, I think they would be really surprised. But Veteran, he is having such a good game. Just this patient Medusa play. It really is a Veteran style of hero. Be patient for the first maybe 20, 25 minutes, then turn up when you've got your items and start winning the game.
Roshan has fallen.
That's why he's a Veteran. He's in no hurry. Doesn't play that sort of all-in aggressive suiciding playstyle that some people like, myself included. He just likes to play carefully, get the farm, and then he turns up and wins the game. Definitely knows what he's doing with this draft. He's got a lot of front line for him as well, which I think is clever. A Pudge, who was actually in the safe lane. You've got a Magnus support and you've got a Mars. You've got a lot of heroes who can just put himself in front of the Medusa. They've spotted Radish. They know he's under the tier 2. Are they going to go for a full dive? That's the question. Radish does not know. He's about to be in for Rude Awakening. Oak actually fires out the Bramble Maze, but may have revealed the position. But now they find Radish, but he's stuck in the trees. The Dire need to decide whether they're going to turn up to fight him or just let him die. I think they're just going to let him die. Oh, he's got spider legs! And he actually manages to get out with the Blink Dagger. Excellent play from Radish. They get no kill. And now Drekken, he maybe has been found, but they are going to take the tower. Bit of a save from Ross. Okay, looks like they remember that they had Glyph. Sharpshooter does not quite connect with Veteran. And the Dire actually get the tower denied. But nevertheless, Radiant have now finally taken a tier 2 tower. So they can claim the outpost. Ollie just wandering around. Maybe he was hoping for a solo kill. He can definitely solo kill anyone on the Radiant team at this point. Just blink in, Scythe, and if that's still not enough, you can always go for the Astral Meteor Hammer into the hammer. Ross really did go a casual plate mail. Also has a Cloak of Flames, which adds another 4 armors. His armor's not looking too bad anymore. Mid lane, Oak sees Rad, but unfortunately Radish does not get caught by the Brambles. So there's going to be no kill there, but Oak in quite a lot of trouble. Turns around, does a terrorizes Ollie, who then goes into the Bramble Maze. Actually, it's going to be okay. Does get stunned by Karen, but is in not a lot of danger. I guess Veteran's decided he doesn't want to go the Agnum's build, at least not till late game. So he's going to go for a Satanic of his own. I really like Satanic. I think it is a great item. Well, looks like my webcams have slightly overlapped there. Not sure what's happened. I'll turn one of them off. See which camera I put on by accident. There we go. Actually, I think it should be the other way around. There we go. They're finally going to take this tier 1 tower 32 minutes into the game. The gold lead is now only 1,000. But Dire still have a good shot at this. Jara is only 3,000 behind Medusa. Is now going for his own Satanic. Medusa is about 1 item ahead. Ross now has the Aghanims. That makes him a lot more daunting to fight. Dire, they're going all in. Oh, Kiddo, he tries to go in with the Blink Dagger, gets immediately found. He's going to go down. Veteran pops the ultimate, but taking quite a lot of damage. Does get the stone onto the Gyrocopter, but Medusa is stunned for such a long time. But Drekken goes in. They're very aggressive, but they do have Aegis, remember, on the Medusa. Bay in quite a lot of trouble. Doesn't have his own Satanic. He's trying to fight. Never mind. A lot of damage dropped by Ollie, and Bay is going to be okay with the double damage on the Gyrocopter. They've only lost Karen so far. Meteor Hammer comes down. Nice bushwhack. Actually just says, go away with the Astral Imprisonment on the Pudge. Want to deal with you later. Nearly kills Bay. Not quite enough. And he is going to survive the entire fight and puts him a lot closer to that Reaver. We actually have an Assault Cuirass fully up. And that looks like it is on Radish. That is a very good item to build even more minus armor. And of course a little bit armor of their own. Really good team fight for the Dire. Again, putting them back into the lead. They have a decent XP lead. Gold lead might barely be anything, but there is a solid experience lead. 10,000 for them. Not make or break, but it's something. Have a look at the KDAs. 9-3 Gyro, 9-5, 18 Slardos. Slardos been at 18 kills. He has 6 more assists than anyone else. He is so far ahead. Then we have an 8-1-9 on the OD and a 5-4-12 Hoodwink. So Dire have all 4 of the top slots. Pudge is 5-14-10. So good kills and assists. He's nearly been in every single kill, but he's nearly been in every single death, or it feels like it. But it doesn't matter. He's just there to build space. He's got only 9 Flesh Heap stacks. I guess it is still 27 strength. He's going for his own BKB now. BKB does save you against Corrosive Haze. They're going hard on that illusion. I guess Bedlam can be used to farm a camp, so not a problem. Do we have Scythe on Ollie? That's going to be a really cool item. And yes, there it is. Actually going for Aghanims, which gives you some charges to Astral Imprisonment. Also gives it 140 more damage, makes it hits 500 magic damage. But of course, being able to have charges on Astral Imprisonment means that you can get a lot of mana very quickly. So you can head in for a huge ult. Looks like Dire maybe thinking about a fight. They once again kill an illusion, then they ult an illusion. Great play from Bay. They try to get a kill. Oh, but nice save from Ross. But Ollie's not having it. Goes in for the kill. But Ollie, he's still news at the moment. He's got the BKB. He uses the Hex straight away on the Mars. Oh, there's a Hex into Hex. RP comes out from Kiddo. A lot of damage being done to Radish. Radish is actually going to go down. It is 3 versus 3 at the moment. Bay is trying to hold his own against Veteran, but he cannot fight the Medusa. He does have the Satanic now. It's now been sent in, so he thinks maybe I'll go back in with the Satanic. But alas, he does not. Didn't realize how strong the Medusa was going to be. So the Dire, they end up with 1 extra kill. But they still have to retreat. This Medusa is strong. And Medusa's coming up on the deadliest level of all. 25. Split shot uses modifiers. That means you can crit on every single split shot. And that's pretty painful. Ollie's gone in with the Hex, but Medusa is a really, really tanky hero. And of course, Ross is here with the save if he needs it. He can go for the hook to save. He's actually just goes to Dismember. He's got the Ag Shard. And how long can he keep him for? Is there any duration? I don't know. He's just holding Medusa in his gob. He gets hit by all 3 of the homing missiles. It might have been a little bit overkill, but Veteran, he is on absolutely no mana. Still going to go down. The Dismember, not quite enough for Ollie. Cancelling Dismember by Astraling his own teammate. Does not get hit by the skewer, but gets then Horn attacked, or whatever it's called. Horn tossed. Ollie picking up yet another kill. So more and more successes for the Dire. Gyrocopter's now looking like more of a Gyro build there. But he skipped BKB entirely and decided that Lincoln Sphere was enough. But it's paying up for him. He's now going for a Blink on Gyro. You don't see a lot of Blink on Gyro, unless it's support Gyro, of course. But I guess it does allow him to position very quickly. I mean, I don't think Agi Blink, Swift Blink is ever bad on a POS 1. I think it's pretty much always good, as long as your POS 1 is an Agi carry, of course. Even some strength carries tend to put Agi Blink, like Wraith King. They weren't going Overwhelming Blink, they were going Swift Blink. Too many creeps for us to get a hook, I am afraid. What talent did Ollie get at level 25? When Arcane Orb damage wanted just a little bit more oomph on this orb.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Not so radiant anymore. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And it looks like this is in 3 racks. I think Bedlam was popped instead of Terrorize. Terrorize wasn't ready anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe Oak was hoping for a hook. And then Bedlam after it. But alas, Ross has gone to the bot lane. So that is the first lane of racks. 37 minutes into the game. We're over an hour from the starting point. Starting point of the in-house, of course. And yeah, still only one lane of racks gone down. Dire's lead is continually building. It's now on 11,000 gold. Still not as much as I would have hoped for a 38-minute game when you are 21 kills ahead, but they definitely have the lead. And Bay, he is now about 4,000 gold ahead of the Medusa, because Medusa did actually go down a couple of times. Looks like they tried to get a kill on someone, but it might have been an illusion again. What has Gyro got that's put him so far ahead? He's just hoarding about 5,000 gold. Decided that maybe Butterfly is something that he's going to need to counter later in the future. Well, looks like Magnus in a bit of trouble here. Kiddo, Finger of Death, is going to get deleted. Oak to follow suit. That means Roche is pretty much free, and it comes with an Ag Shard. Ag Shard not very useful for Gyrocopter. Slardar actually bought his own one. JCA bought his own Ag Shard, which is interesting because Hoodwink's one is, well, actually it's not generally not very good, but he's made a lot of work with the decoy. Karen's already bought an Ag Shard. Is there any Ag Shard left? No, Ollie already had his own one too. Or did Ollie just pick it up now? Well, they both have them. Ollie might have bought his own Ag Shard. Even though it's pretty much the worst Ag Shard ever, OD's one. Or at least I've certainly not seen it had any use. It swaps your current life and mana total. So if you're on 1 HP and no mana, you can use it to go full HP. Full HP and no mana would be the terrible way to use it, actually. I meant if you're on full mana and no HP, you swap it. But then you're and you have to get your mana back. So, yeah, I guess it can save you, though. I've not actually seen the OD's one used to any effect. Though Ross in a lot of trouble here. He's been minus armored. He does use the Dismember, but then it gets immediately cancelled. JCA winding up his ultimate. Karen wants the Finger of Death charge, just pops it straight away. And that is her 5th Finger of Death charge. Radiant got to be careful because they are being picked off left, right, and centre at the moment, adding to their death total. 15 on this pudge. Doesn't seem to phase him though. He just comes back alive and runs straight back in. This time though, he is dead for a whole minute. The Kiddo, I'm sure he's waiting for a massive RP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No level 25 on the Medusa yet. I don't seem to care. They've got Aegis, they've got MKB on the Gyro, so he's bought himself a load more damage, and he counters the or any evasion that could happen. I think he casts all 3 homing missiles, maybe a little bit over the top. A nice dunk from Karen. It stops the RP, or stops the skewer that was going to go in, but looks like Radish still taking a lot of damage. Veteran did get off a fantastic gaze, and Bay, he's trying to survive. He used the Satanic, but it's just not enough. He has gone down, and it's not looking good now for the Dire. They get RP'd. There's 2 of them. Veterans doing a lot of damage. Absolutely 100% mana coming out from a single Mystic Snake. And that is an ultra kill for Veteran. But they lost their rack, so I think Dire can say that's actually still a little bit of a victory for us. And JCA, what is he doing? He's in Invis. Turn invisible when not moving, attacking, or casting spells. Ah, he does have the Scurry Camouflage. So he just holds his ground. And he is going to be okay. But yeah, really fantastic fight. Do you still need a co-cast for the next game? Yes, I would love a co-cast for the next game. Thank you. Well, that's exactly what Veteran needed. He's finally hit 25, so he gets a split shot, uses modifiers. He's got enough gold for his own Satanic, which he did not have before that last fight. They've taken the Aegis. They're going to take down another lane of racks. Well, they might do. When I say another lane of racks, I mean their first lane of racks. Because there's no buyback on the Gyro. This is immediately a revenge lane of racks. So they were 2 lanes of racks down. Now they're only 1 down in comparison. And look how many creeps they've got here. They've got 3 illusions because we have Manta and we have Illusion Escape. We've got double catapult. We've got about 4 or 5 range creeps. In fact, they're going to go for the double. That would completely equalize the game for them. There's a chance they could have gone for a win, but tier 4 towers are quite hard to kill, and of course the glyph is still there. I don't know what is happening with my cameras, but it seems to be not getting rid of the right people always. I'm going to restart my camera script. It seems to have slightly died on me. Try that again then. There we go. So Dire, they were so far ahead, about 16,000 gold, maybe even more than that. Now it's only 7,000 gold ahead. Gyro's still on top, has the Minotaur horn, so there's the free KB, as it were. And he, of course, can still synthesize the Agnums if he wants to turn it into another item. Butterfly would be quite good for Gyro because there is no MKB on Medusa, and Medusa is not super likely to go MKB. Not sure what else you get on Gyro, to be honest. Just another Daedalus. Maybe a Divine Rapier, actually. Oh, Rossi's been spotted. He's level 25 himself now. 1.8 times Dismember damage and heal. Didn't go for the Flesh Heap strength stacking. Maybe because he didn't have as much Flesh Heap as he hoped, so decided I'm going to get a little bit more damage out of my ultimate. Do you have any other people who are approaching 25? Nearly 25 on the Slardos. He can go for Undispellable Corrosive Haze or only 4-second cooldown Sithrin Crush, which is quite incredible. And Radish actually went pipe for his team. Oh, he does get hooked. There's Ross. Doing a lot of damage with his improved Dismember. He's going to get hit by the Hoodwink. He is going to go down. Would go Dismember duration as well, so it's a lot of damage. 120 damage per second on top of a 1.62 strength modifier. So it's dealing you a good chunk of damage, nearly 300 damage a second, and then Rot, of course, is doing 220 damage a second when you have the Agnums. Agnums nearly doubles the damage of Rot. It's such an incredible spell. Item, rather. Magnus went for an Aeon Disc, so if he blinks in to try and get a Skewer or an RP, cannot get immediately killed. Veteran thinking about Rapier. Bay is not thinking about Rapier though. He thinks that's risky, I don't need it. Ollie, he gets the Hex onto Pudge, doing a lot of pure damage. Do we have any follow-up? No, Ross, he pops the BKB. Draken goes in with the BKB as well. A lot of damage going to Hoodwink. Ollie, he's in a lot of trouble. He's being slowed by the Skadi. They're still chasing him, but he gets taken down immediately. The hook isn't going to connect on Ollie, but he does have the Blink Dagger, but he isn't able to blink out. Radiant get a massive team fight there, and suddenly, for the first time this entire game, the gold is in Radiant's favor. With one big team fight turnaround. Let's go for a little replay on that, because that happened so quick we could barely see it. So Dire, they start going aggressive, go into the jungle. Dire think, oh, we've got a nice kill. Yeah, we got a kill on the Pudge. Pudge pops BKB. Draken goes in with the BKB, and Veteran is there. And look at these right clicks. Bay goes in, but the damage coming out from Medusa is so high. And now look what's happening in the mid lane. The Dire having to use their buybacks. That's now 9,000 gold. The Gyro had to pop the buyback. Radish goes in, he gets a 3-man Sithering Cross. They drop the hammer immediately. That's going to be Pudge. This is an immediate return kill. But the RP goes in. Veteran doing so much damage. Someone's got to stop this Medusa. He is killing Rad. He is killing everyone. More buybacks flying in. Bay, he's popped the Satanic. He's trying to do whatever damage he can, but he can barely fight this Medusa. But now Medusa's out of mana. It's maybe finally be a kill. You got a nice stun coming out from Karen. And Veteran just under the tier 2 tower. Finally going to go down. Ollie with the triple kill, but so many buybacks thrown out by the Dire. The gold was fluctuating throughout that fight. 15,000 experience for the Dire and a 4,000 gold lead, even though they had to commit quite a lot of buybacks. If we have a look at the buyback status now, you've got none on Gyro, none on OD, and none on Hoodwink, and none on the Lion. So they threw all of their buybacks at it. But they did manage to hold on. They've got to be careful now. Boots of Travel on the Gyrocopter. He's struggling to fight against the Medusa. This is why I thought maybe Butterfly was the right way to go. Because man fighting Medusa is hard, but under 2 tier 4 towers, he did manage it. Now, this is the last lane of Rax. If the Radiant don't buy back, this actually might be a Dire victory, even though they nearly threw the lead from 15 or 16k ahead to 9k behind they were. But this is the last lane of Rax. But then again, it's Medusa. Medusa with Illusionist Cape. Not going to have any problem killing those big creep waves. Ollie goes in, he's got to be careful. He might have bit off more than he could tune. He's going to go back. Karen blinks in after this, but there might have been a bit of miscommunication, and the Dire are going to back away. With no buybacks available apart from Mars, the only buyback left, because buyback was actually used on the Medusa, so now it is a lot closer in net worth, nearly even. But Dire have this major advantage, which is, of course, mega creeps. Very strong creep waves, which are going to demolish anything that comes in their path. 100 damage on the on that melee creep, where it's only 52. 52 on a super creep. That's from taking racks. But it's 100 on the mega creep. And what are the normal creeps like? The normal creeps have 27 damage. So 4 times the damage on the super creeps. And of course, Roche is up, and Roche has a refresher shard. The hero I think is best with refresher shard is OD, because you drop that double sanity's eclipse, and you are doing a lot of damage to everyone. Ollie's now picked up that hurricane pike, so he can get himself out of danger if he needs to. Also picking up a bit of free attack range. Picking up some talents as well. Nearly 4,000 HP on the OD. That's quite a lot. He's not even built a lot of health talents. He didn't even take the... I mean, he's not built a lot of health items. He didn't even take this 20 strength talent, yet somehow he's ended up so tanky. Not entirely sure how he has so much HP. The Gyrocopter's health is 4,000 as well. Went for Boots of Travel 2. Didn't go for Moonshard just yet. Or synthesize the Ags. Decided, no, I want to be fast. I want to be able to TP to my allies. That's my priority this game. Whereas Medusa had different ideas and said, Boots, they're a thing of the past. I'm instead going to go for Divine Rapier. That is going to hit so hard. But it is all in. They, of course, give the Gyro the Rapier. Radiant thought they could take some racks, but take their Roche. But look at their base. It's being clobbered by the Mega Creeps. They're starting to lose their buildings. And now the Dire say, well, cool, cheers. Thanks for the Roche. We're going to take that then. Hey, swaps out the cheese. Swaps out his Lincolns as well. And the refresher shard, it goes to Ollie. Swaps in the Hurricane Pike, actually. Decides he wants to keep treads over a Hurricane Pike. Not sure about that, but I guess he doesn't have an easy item choice. Ross finally upgraded his plate melt to the Shiva's Guard. That reduces the satanic effect of the Gyrocopter by quite a bit. I think it's 25% passively on the Shivas. Yeah. But also 25% from the Rot. That's what happens when you have Aghanims. Radiant have used smoke, but it's quite hard for them to get out of their base because the creep wave is so powerful. This is a double catapult wave, but it's going to be absolutely demolished. Oh yeah, you're right. There's a Skadi. They've got Skadi, they've got Shivas, and they've got Pudge with Aghanims. And that double catapult wave is demolished with ease by the Mega Creeps. Draken hit level 25, decided to go for God's Rebuke crit, which I think is the right play because he is going to need to destroy some creep waves. Boots of Travel are the next item I think Radiant should be looking to get. As much as possible anyway. Because if, you know, they're going to have to be defending the base the entire time, but when they've pushed something out, they want to be able to turn up to the fight. I think Gyro will be thinking about synthesizing the Aghanims and going for something else soon. But not sure what. I think a Butterfly is still an option because Medusa doesn't have anything that pierces BKB, pierces evasion. Yes, it was, it's actually +5 Magnus. But he is still trying to build a refresher. We actually have a Lincoln Sphere on a Dark Willow. Can be used as a defensive item. Cast it on your team. Stops OD from just being irritating and putting someone in Astral Prison, but also stops lying engaging on someone, so you can throw that on the Medusa. But the Radiant, they are just stuck in their base. They cannot leave, but at the same time, I don't think the Dire can kill the Medusa. So what are they going to do? Still a couple of buildings left to tank the creeps, but they are pretty much confined to the base. They've got a great team for defending though. You've got Pudge with Aghanims who can just rot down a creep wave and has Shivas. You've got a Magnus who, even though he's not built damage items, gets a lot from Empower. You've got Medusa, of course, the ultimate hero. And you've got Mars who went improved God's Rebuke. So, you know, pretty good team when it comes to defending against Megas. Only really Dark Willow is the hero who can't defend by herself, but most supports can't really anyway, so nothing new there. What is Gyro trying to farm up? I'm not sure. I keep saying Butterfly. He was thinking about a Swift Blink earlier, so I don't really know. I mean, he's got 6,000 gold, doesn't have buyback yet, 1 minute, and only 2,000 gold surplus anyway. Dire are just hanging outside the base. Karen is actually nearly level 25 herself. Don't know what talent she'll take. AoE Hex or maybe the super long Earth Spike. Also quite a good talent. Lets you Earth Spike from 600 miles away. Gyro's hit level 28. See if anyone else is hitting high levels. You got level 28 on the OD as well. Level 29, he gets an extra 20 strength, which is a lot. Level 30, pretty good for OD, 30% spell lifesteal. Not too bad for Gyrocopter. Global cooldown, which can help the split pushing even more, which means if the enemy team ever leave their base, they're in a lot of trouble. Looks like a Boomerang is up for the Hoodwink. Hoodwink with the Aghanim's effect. And the Radiant, they're still just trying to defend best they can. Ollie goes in, blinks in, only to find some illusions on the Medusa. Uses the Scythe to kill an illusion, but that's all that's going to be found. That's the power of Manta plus Illusionist capable of Veteran. For some reason, holding the spider legs. And Kiddo's got the Illusionist cake. Maybe they're just trying to bait. Unfortunately, Magnus's illusion is not very powerful. You can't really kill a creep wave. Ross is okay at killing creep waves. Not super quick, but it gets the job done. He is going for his own Blink Dagger. Interesting to not build a Blink 54 minutes into the game as Pudge, but eventually he's decided it's what he wants. Nearly actually level 25 on the Dark Widow. That means more Terrorize duration. 5.5 second Terrorize. Magnus went for Reverse Polarity Stun. He's not a right clicker, so doesn't really need the Empower talent. Still wants to keep Empower on the Medusa because it's 36% bonus damage. That's a lot of damage. Too much damage to pass up anyway. Well, this game has become quite passive all of a sudden. We're heading towards 50 minutes because the Radiant refused to leave their base, but the Dire refused to team fight. Dire now have almost all buybacks. Gyrocopter is the only person without buyback. Now he's got exactly enough gold. So every single hero has buyback. Gyro did not synthesize his Aghanims to go for a different item. He decided he wanted the Moonshard, 60 attack speed and 200 night vision. And now he can finally turn his Aghanims into a Swift Blink. Still a lot of gold though, because he needs to save a lot of gold for buyback. His buyback costs over 3,000 gold. And he needs a Swift Blink, and he needs to buy Aghanims Blessing. Looks like they found Ollie. Oh, there's a Boots of Travel Cone, but they used the Glyph. They used the Glyph to save the creep wave so that Bay can get them. But is that worth it? Bay's in a lot of trouble here. He has popped the Satanic. He is okay at the moment. Minotaur Horn too. He gets RP'd, but Ollie, he gets stunned. Look, he's midway through casting his ult, and then he gets stunned. RP comes out from Kiddo because he's got the Refresher. Ultimate from Drek, and this is a massive fight for the Radiant. They are just slaughtering the Dire. What an unfortunate fight. Ollie was so close to dropping his ult, and he got stunned by the Stone Gaze. And that is Radiant with another perfect team fight. I mean, what happened at the start was they tried to TP into a creep wave, and they thought maybe they were getting an easy kill, but the Radiant were so close behind them. Fantastic fight, and Radiant once again ahead on the net worth. And there you go, the double RP. Just so good from the Magnus. Like, you expect one, then the second one comes out. But Medusa still in the base. Have you noticed, what did Radiant get from that? Some gold? Nothing else, really. I mean, Medusa will eventually get Ag's Blessing, and that is going to be massive. Also can get the Moonshard. So, Veteran is still quite far from max build. The things the in-house do to people. Yeah, true. JCA was hit in the trees. I don't know how they saw him, but anyway. It's the Rapier from Veteran doing so much damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at top damage at the end of the game. He wants to maybe force some buybacks. He does have buyback of his own. Just kind of waddling up and down at the moment. Not sure what to do, because JCA has cut the wave. Hasn't managed to kill the wave yet. He's about to. He's got to be careful though, because he can easily get killed. He's got a run from Ross. Got a run as well. Yeah, he's fine. Drops the decoy, and the decoy turns into a tree. But cutting the wave, that is definitely helpful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It buys them a lot of time. I mean, the Dire are up fairly soon, and the Radiant, of course, have to be careful because their base, it's always under attack. Kiddo doesn't have any right-click items. So even though he's a Magnus, he's not particularly good at killing all these creeps. Looks like they finally found JCA, that evasive hero. No, they don't have any detection. Nope. Oaks is Oak carrying some sentries. I can't actually target her when she's in the Bedlam. No, in the Shadow Realm. Nope. No sentries. JCA, he just TP's out. He actually held his entire team up on his shoulders. Completely cut the wave over and over and over. Radiant won an entire team fight. Absolutely nothing happened. Literally, didn't lose anything. No buybacks even. So they hold all of their gold. Ready for next time. Gyrocopter's still the highest level. Soon he can go for global cooldown. And that is going to be quite good, because it means that if the Radiant try to all in one lane, he can just split push another wave. Or maybe he can even cut the wave entirely as it's coming towards him. So a lot of potential there. And we head ever and ever closer to the 60-minute items. Yeah, it is Squirrel MVP. Yeah, JCA, he had a great early game. I know his score now is 5-5-21, but he was 4-0 in the early game. Gave the Dire the lead they needed. But still, the game goes on. 40k gold now on both of the cores. No one's even that close. Ollie's on 30k gold. He is trying to build an Octarine core, which is a very good item on OD. OD's just at level 20, which means he gets 20 strength of his own. It's going to come down to the tier 5 lottery. Well, I'm hoping both teams end up with a good lottery, should we say. As in, both teams get the items that they want. Medusa is going to be desperate for a Ballista, but an Apex would also be pretty good. Stygian Desolator or even Ballista's pretty good on the Gyrocopter too. Oh no, it looks like there's a bit of a fight going on the top lane, but will they be able to get Kiddo? Is he just going to be able to TP out? He does manage to TP out. Mirror Shield is pretty good on the Radiant, not particularly necessary on the Dire. Apex is good on other teams. Stygian Desolator is a good item. I'm trying to think other heroes like... have a look at the neutrals actually. We can have a look. Giant's Ring. Very nice for Pudge, the Giant's Ring. Pirate's Hat. That could be really good for someone like Slardar or maybe even OD. They take another Roche. This is the Dire team taking it. 3 Aghanim Scepters. So Karen is going to say, well, thanks for the Aghanims. Because obviously Ollie has already synthesized it. And Gyro will do soon. Here are the first neutral items. Both teams get a Seer Stone. Mirror Shield as well for the Dire. Don't think Mirror Shield is super useful in the Dire team. Fallen Sky. Fallen Sky is a fantastic item. Ex Machina, that's 25 armor. Lets you reset all of your cooldowns. I'm not sure Ex Machina has super good use for anyone on the Radiant team. Maybe the Pudge can take it. That does give you double Shivas, double BKB. Gives you 25 armor. He's already got 40, so another 25 armor would be a lot. I think they're still waiting on a few neutral items themselves. See the Dire, they've got a Seer Stone. They're actually putting the Seer Stone on Ollie. They're giving him 350 more cast range, so he can be using Astral Imprisonment from a mile away. It also lets you reveal the map on a 60-second cooldown. It's kind of like an extra scan. Yeah, I thought Seer Stone on Pudge would be good. There's the Giant's Ring for the Dire team, and the Dire also claiming an Ex Machina. So no one got a game-changing neutral item. There was no Apex, there was no Pirate's Hat, there was no Ballista. Nothing really game-changing. I think the closest thing is Fallen Sky, which I really like. But, don't count out Ex Machina. 25 armor is a lot. Medusa is actually holding it, so now it has 29 plus 25 armor, which is absolutely nuts. So much armor as well. That allows her to double Satanic, double BKB. Definitely got to think about that in the late game. Where's the Giant's Ring? Giant's Ring's actually on... Look at the size of this Gyrocopter. Now he really is the hero he should be. He can fly over all the trees. I suppose it does give you 60 move speed as well as 40 strength. So not bad. They've actually put the Mirror Shield on the Slardar, so he can, reflect anything that comes at him, though there aren't a lot of actives. There we go. Stygian Desolator for the Radiant. Maybe that's the item which is going to go on someone like Medusa. I guess you could put it on the Mars as well. And I think Mars would be happier with the Fallen Sky. Or maybe it's the Magnus. Magnus with Seer Stone at the moment. Very strange distribution of items. Now Pudge has the Ex Machina, which gives him... Look at that armor. What is that? 65 armor? As well as double Shivas, double Overwhelming Blink, double BKB. Veteran is a Stygian Desolator, furthering his damage by another 60 and minus 10 armor. But none of these items were game breaking. Seer Stone on Karen gives her an insane cast range. She's got the 250 AoE Hex as well. We finally hit level 25 on Dark Willow as well, so every single hero has now hit level 25. Couple of heroes knocking on the door of level 30. Jara is so close. Global cooldown's not the most game-changing. He is enjoying the ability to just walk over everything. As Medusa nearly hits 1,000 last hits. Remember, Pudge scales infinitely, but he's only managed to pick up 21 flesh heaps, and nothing really that game-breaking for the Pudge. Gotta be careful. Do Radiant have buyback? Yes, all heroes have buyback. Every single hero has buyback this game. So this is still a long game. Radiant only have one tier 4 tower and it is a little bit injured, whereas Dire, they still have 2 lanes of racks in both their towers. Both teams have glyph. Everything is at the ready. All tier 5 neutral items have been found. How many ult stacks does Lion have? Only 6. So it's 360 bonus damage. Doesn't have the health talent. So, you know, there's nothing really that significant this game. I hear cooldown being used, but I have no idea where it went. Maybe the bot lane? Well, that is the first level 30 in the game. Second hero to be level 30 will be the OD, who picks up 30% spell lifesteal, which is quite a lot. Radiant's still quite far away from it. I think Medusa's level 30 is one of the best there as well. Longer Stone Gaze at level 29 is pretty powerful. Oh, looks like I heard something in the mid lane. They got the RP. They're going on Ollie, but Randy goes in and gets the blink, but it's not going to be enough. He is getting killed pretty quickly. This Medusa with the Rapier. You can't fight the Rapier, guys. Have we not realized this? You need to get some of your own Rapiers. There's going to be the Aegis from Bay. He pops the Satanic, but then he gets immediately second RP. Karen goes in to try and save him, but alas, gets immediately deleted. Another ultra kill for Veteran. And JCA once again hiding, but this time he will not be found. Oh, the Rainbow Warrior, the Rampage. It was denied by Drekken, who steals the kill. Wow, how did he do that? And there's the global cooldown. Is it enough to kill the entire creep wave? Yes, it is. It actually kills the whole creep wave, but he did have to buy back for that, and so did JCA. But they're going to hopefully not have to commit all their buybacks, maybe just a couple of them. Gyrocopter somehow ended up down here. Oh, he's cut another wave. He's found it. He's got to be careful. He's got no buyback. If he gets found, he's in a lot of trouble, so he immediately TP's back. They've cut 2 waves, one with cooldown and one with his own hero with the boots of travel. So really good play from the Dire, but they are struggling to hold on. The Mega Creeps, they barely do anything now. They just don't care about them. They're easy to defend. They don't mind. Medusa's now got that extra 2-second Stone Gaze and soon is about to gain 75 intelligence, which is another almost 50% of her intelligence again. Picks up the Swift Blink, says, goodbye Manta, I want to blink right into the middle of the team and get my damage off. Does have the Ag Shard as well, still waiting for the Moon Shard, so 1 more item left. That's 60 more attack speed.
God, I love money.
For the Medusa. And Veteran might want to back up Rapier as well. I don't think they can kill this Medusa. They just don't have the damage to kill her. He just goes in with the BKB and just kills everyone. Yeah, I agree. Just in case. Second Rapier and after buyback is probably better than a Moon Shard. But the Medusa is just so strong. Gyro, unfortunately, just not on the same level as a Medusa. Trying his best. He's looks like he's going for his own Rapier. He's realised, I know I bought Boots of Travel too, but it's not cutting it this game. I know I wanted to Swift Blink, but actually, I need that Rapier. And there's the Rapier. No buyback, but a Rapier Gyros who's got a lot of damage now. He really needed to eat his Ags instead of bots too. Yeah, I agree. I think he should have eaten the Ags and gone the Rapier a lot earlier. He's still got the option. Unfortunately, Giant's Ring, not really the item he was hoping for. I'm sure he would have liked a Ballista. He's dropped the cooldown, dropping it in the bot lane. Gets himself a last hit. Ranged creeps are worth 94 gold now. Is that a chance to kill Russ? Nah, he's got a blink dagger. He's absolutely fine. He's going to tank that missile. Nearly 5,000 HP, 64 armor. They're going in. RP just onto Ollie. Karen gets the Hex, but it's a little bit too late. This is not looking good because Bay does have a Rapier. If he loses the Rapier, it's all over. Last fight, another RP, second RP. And Veteran E is just cleaning house. Bay tries to run away. Buyback dropped by Ollie, but Bay, can he escape? He gets hooked in. He's so massive. He can't avoid the hook. Rapier is on the floor. He's got no buyback, no gold for it either. That cool purple effect is the Seer Stone. Radiant are just so dominant in these team fights. Now they've got a second Rapier, they are miles ahead. But who picked up the Rapier? That is the question. No, it's no one. It's still on the floor. I don't know if anyone realizes that it's there. But what a fight this is. The Radiant, they have held on all game long. And finally, 68 minutes into the game, they are starting to win. But the Ancient actually in a lot of danger. They lost their last tier 4 tower. The Ancient took about 500 damage. So they've got no towers in the base. They've got no buildings. Absolutely completely barren base. Midwave cut yet again. Like you said, what's happening here? Oh, he actually gets a kill. Kill on Drake. Look how much gold that gave him. 1,991 gold. 2,000 gold. But Oak will get a kill on JCA. The little squirrel rat is eliminated without buyback. And there is a buyback on Drekken. Maybe he could consider buying back and just running back in. JCA has dropped a gem. Second Rapier is still on the floor. No one has found it. So they could... I don't know if they can use a courier to get it. I don't think you can, but you can go find the Rapier. But I think it might be too late. You've got this level 30 Medusa barreling towards your mid lane. OD is pushing bot. He's going to go for another kill. I just don't think it's damage. Oh, there goes the Aeon Disc. And you know, he can also refresh it orb, the Aeon Disc, if he needs it up again. There goes the glyph. They're just going to tank. They're actually going to glyph their creeps as well. I think this is GG. We're going to see the end of this 70-minute game. One tier 4 tower gone. Rad, he's going to... Are they going to try and go in? Karen. Oh, but there's the BKB from Veteran. Nice Aeon Disc, keeping her alive. There's buyback from Drekken. Drekken comes in. Going to secure the kill. And yeah, there's no way anyone can stop this Medusa. What an end to such an epic game. 69 minutes in. And the victory is claimed by the Sexy Nurse squad. What a comeback that was. We couldn't have asked for a closer game than that. 45-48. Pretty much everything happened that game. We had great lanes, big team fights. We had Dire taking the racks early, taking all 3 lanes of racks, in fact. But they just couldn't stop. This late game Medusa, 18-3-14. Just patiently farmed the entire game until he ended up on top. Have a look at the net worth of the players. You can see that the Medusa, who is here in the purple, fought with the gyrocopter most of the game. Even though his team was losing, he never had a problem. And then at the end, look how far ahead he's become. 57,000 gold. A game where even 60 minutes into the game, the net worth was pretty much exactly even. And then whoop, right at